Hello everyone, in this lecture we will start our Selenium session. In our previous lecture we have learned good amount of Python basics and that is sufficient to get started with Selenium automation. We will see how to use those Python concepts and programming while learning Selenium concepts and building our test automation framework. So let's get started. In this lecture we will write our first Selenium test. So we will launch a Chrome browser and then we will open a website and then we will validate if the website is launched properly or not, and also we will validate the title of that website. So let's go to our PyCharm. Let me create a new file, new, then Python file. We will name it as first Selenium test. Okay. There is a class in Selenium WebDriver which is known as WebDriver. Let me write that, WebDriver. Okay. Here we see an error, but when we mouse over on this, we see unresolved reference WebDriver. Import this name. So let's import it. So if you click here, see here we see all these different options, but in the end we see Selenium.WebDriver. We want to import it from the Selenium WebDriver. So let's click on this. Okay. One more important thing here, when you are trying same in your system and if you don't see these imports in your system as suggestion, that means Selenium is not attached to the Python interpreter which your project is using. So how you will resolve it? I have told it previously. Go to your settings. If you are using Windows, then go to File, Setting and Python Interpreter. In Mac, you can see here, you can click here, Setting. Okay. You see here the Python Interpreter 3.13 is getting used. And here you see Selenium is already there. That's why I am seeing all these suggestions. But if you are not seeing all those suggestions, then one simple thing what you can do is just click on this. Okay. Here you see this plus icon, right? And then here you see install, just click on that. Okay. And here you type Selenium. You see this option is coming, right? Then what you do, just click on this specify version, tick mark it. Here it is showing the Selenium version which you want to install. Okay. And then click on install package. I have already Selenium installed, that's why I am not doing it. So you can just click on this install package and it will install Selenium for you. And once you have Selenium installed properly, you can see Selenium here, and also you can see all the import and package prompting in your code. Okay. So we are all set here. You can see we have imported WebDriver. Okay. Now what we will do, we will open Chrome browser. Okay. So for that, what we will do, we will write WebDriver dot, then here you see Chrome, right? Just click on this. So Chrome is a method present inside your WebDriver class. If we want to open a Chrome browser, we need to use this Chrome method. So this Chrome is a method. Okay. So with this simple step, you will able to invoke Chrome browser. Okay. So what we will do, let's run it and let's see whether our Chrome browser is getting opened or not. Okay. Let me right click and then here you see run first Selenium test. Just click on this. It got executed. The execution is too fast. We didn't even notice that something is open. Also, one more thing, in Python Selenium, when an execution is completed, it will immediately close the browser. So we didn't notice anything here. So let me do one thing. Let me add a wait statement here so you can see what is happening during the execution. So first what we will do, we will write time dot sleep. Okay. And here you can put how many seconds you want to wait. Let's say we want to wait for 2 seconds. Okay. And here you see it automatically imports time. What is time here? Time is one class and it is a Python library. It will just halt our execution for 2 seconds. So we can see what our script is doing. Okay. If we put more time here, that many seconds it will wait. Okay. So now let's execute and see. Right click, run first Selenium test. Okay, see the browser is launched. Okay, but at least we saw the browser launched and it got closed. Okay, because of this statement, because we asked to wait for 2 seconds. Again, I am clarifying. Earlier also it was opening the Chrome browser and closing it, but it was happening so quickly we are not able to see it. But with this time.sleep statement, we are just waiting for 2 seconds so we can visualize what is happening. Otherwise, there is no use of this one. Okay. So with only this one, your browser is opening. Okay. So here, simply by calling this Chrome method, we are able to open the Chrome browser. But how it works internally? Let's understand it. So our Selenium WebDriver will not directly invoke Chrome browser. Between these two, there is something called as Chrome driver service. The Chrome driver acts as a middleman and plays an important role in invoking Chrome browser. So basically, Chrome browser will not give direct permission to any automation tool like Selenium WebDriver to invoke and perform any actions. So for each Chrome browser version, there is also a same version of Chrome driver. So the automation tool will first talk to the Chrome driver and will provide the commands what and all to automate. Then Chrome driver as a middleman interprets all WebDriver commands and pass it to the Chrome browser. So here maybe you will have a question, where is the Chrome driver? We have not written it anywhere. Still our browser is opened. So by default, what Selenium does is, when we are asking to execute in Chrome browser, it checks our current Chrome version. I have told, right, for every Chrome browser version, there is a relevant Chrome driver version. Let's say we have a Chrome browser version of 131. Then Chrome driver version 131 is also there. So what does Selenium do is, when we give this method, it checks our Chrome version, what is presently available in our system, and for that specific Chrome driver version, it goes to the internet and downloads it. And then it starts talking to that downloaded Chrome driver and pass the commands, and same Chrome driver will ultimately invoke Chrome browser. So all this magic is happening within milliseconds in the backend, which we cannot visualize. Anyway, now let's open a website. Okay. So first, let me create an object or instance of Chrome driver. So how we'll do it? We'll just write driver is equal to webdriver.chrome. Okay. So we are just creating object. Okay. So this driver object have the life of entire Chrome browser. All the control is sitting in this object. So we'll just write driver dot get URL. Okay. So here we can pass the URL, whatever URL we want to add it. So let me just add a website here. Okay. So here get is the method. Okay. And we are asking get me the URL, which URL we want to hit. We want to hit this particular URL, right? So that is what we are passing it here. Okay. Driver dot get, then this is the URL. Okay. Now let's execute and see. Okay. See, the Chrome browser is open and then we navigated to this demoqa.com, whatever we have given it there. Okay. Now it got closed. Okay. One more important thing I'll tell you here. This exact code may not work for you, or you may face some problem. You remember, I was telling, in this way, it will check your Chrome browser version and then it will download corresponding Chrome driver, and all these things will happen in backend. But when you are working in company, and in that company maybe you have a strict VPN policy, then it will fail to download a new driver and it will cause failure in your test script. So in most of the place it works fine, but in some cases if it cannot download the Chrome driver, so in that case you will face an issue. So I am giving you a different option. If you are facing problem in this way, then you can use this alternative option. Okay, so there is one more class. Okay, there is one more class which is known as service class. Okay, so in this service class we have to give the path of your Chrome driver. So what we'll do, we'll just write service, okay, and then here we'll pass the path of the Chrome driver. But from where we'll get that Chrome driver? So we'll download it. Okay, so for now let me just comment out these 2 lines. Okay, so let's see how can we download that Chrome driver. So let's go to google.com. The first thing we'll check is our Chrome version. So for that you can just go to about Google Chrome, and here we see our version is 131.0, which is the latest version. So we'll download the Chrome driver of 131 version. Okay, let me close it. So make sure when you are doing it, make sure you have the updated Chrome version. Okay, so now here we'll just type download Chrome driver. Okay, so here you see the first option, just click on this. Here what it says, if you are using Chrome version 115 or newer, consult this. So just click here. Here you see the stable version is 131. Okay, just click here. So here you see for different platforms you have different URLs. If you are in Windows, then you can use this Windows 64. Okay, I'm in Mac, so I can use this Mac ARM64. Just copy this. Okay, just copy this URL. Okay, and then go to a different browser and just hit enter. It will download this zip version. I have already downloaded, so I'm not doing it again, but you can just download this. Okay, once you download this, you can see something like this, Chrome driver.zip file. Okay, just unzip this file. Once you unzip, you will see something like this, and you will see this Chrome driver. Okay, take the complete path of this Chrome driver and go to your PyCharm and then put it the complete path here. Okay, so this is the path where we have this Chrome driver. Okay, if you are using Windows, then you have to use that Chrome driver.exe file. Okay, so take that complete path and put that Chrome driver.exe file here. Okay, as I am using Mac, we don't have to put it, it will be just like this. Okay, then here we are seeing this error, right? So what you do is import this name. So import selenium.webdriver Chrome service.service. Okay, this error is gone. So here we have the service class and we have given the path of the Chrome driver, and this one we are passing as an argument. Okay, now let me create an object for this service class. Okay, we'll name it as, let's say, ser obj is equal to something like this. Okay, so this is the object of this service class. Now we'll write WebDriver dot Chrome. Okay, and here we'll pass service is equal to this. Here service is an attribute. So this is the different approach how we can do it. Instead of this one line, you can write these 2 lines. Okay, here also we'll create one object. So for that, what we will do, we'll write driver is equal to, okay, WebDriver dot Chrome. Okay, and then you can also copy this line. Basically you will navigate to this. Okay, so if you'll notice here, instead of this particular line, we have just written these 2 lines. Okay, now let's run and see. Okay, you see browser got launched and this demoq.com was opened also. So the only difference is, in this case we are giving Selenium the authority to download the Chrome driver, but in this case we are only downloading Chrome driver and then giving the path. I recommend to use this one. Okay, make sure you have the latest Chrome browser, and if it is not working, then you use this. So this is the best option, I will say. Okay, so always try to use this, but make sure you have the latest Chrome browser. Okay, then it will work fine. Okay, so we launched the browser, we navigated to the website. Okay, now the next thing we'll do is we will maximize the window. Okay, so for that, what we will do, we'll just write driver dot maximize. Okay, you see driver dot maximize. Now just execute and see. See demoqa.com is opened and it got maximized. Okay, and then it got closed. Now let's see how to find the title of the page. So when I say title, if you go to the web page and you just hover over in this, right, this tab. So here you see demo QA. Okay, so this demo QA is the title of this particular page. Okay, so if we need to validate what is the title coming for this particular page, then what we will do here, we'll just write driver dot title. Okay, so this will give you the title. So if you want to print, if you want to see what is the title of this page, just print it. Okay, now let me just execute. So we will see in our console what is the title of this page. Okay, so here you see demo QA is getting printed. Okay, so we got the title of this particular page. Similarly, if we want to find the current URL, let's say you enter one URL and you need to verify whether it got redirected to that URL or somewhere else. So for that, we need to find current URL of the page. Let's say somebody hacked the web page, it got redirected to some other page. So we need to verify that, right? So what we can do, we can just write driver dot current URL. Okay, again if you want to see it in your console, just print it. Okay, now let me execute. So here you see first title got printed, then the URL got printed. Okay, this is the URL we tried to navigate to, and this is the actual result we are getting. Okay, so now we are just printing these values so you can see it in the console. But in our future videos, we will use assertion so we can compare expected result and actual result. That is the right way to verify results in test automation. So that's all for this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.